So I joke around about it sometimes, but I actually live in a pretty nice neighborhood in my little town. I'm also the one with the weird outlying house, the small house that really doesn't fit the neighborhood, and the garden that doesn't fit the neighborhood. But I thought I'd take you around. I kind of forgot to do the June tour of the garden, but I thought I'd do a July tour before July runs out. So that's the garden. It originally was between the two stumps there and went out to the alley, and I have expanded it a lot since then. This pile of sod and other material is my latest compost pile. I dug a new bed in the garden, which you'll see in a moment. You can also see here drip tape. So let's look at it more closely. What the drip tape does is it just drips water super slowly into the garden. I have 2 lines running in each bed, and let's see, can you see that? I can't tell because I can't really see the screen, but it comes out really slowly. It takes forever to water the garden. I'm okay with that because you know, coming out slowly, it means it's soaking in. So right here I had my spinach. I also just cut a whole bunch of really tall grass I let get away from me. The spinach all bolted, so I pulled it. Some Thai basil there. Oh, and there's also some lettuce of some kind. I forget what it's called. Beyond that, I have parsley, mint. In fact, something you're going to see in just a bit. The mint is one of my rewards because I'm going to make a mojito tonight with that mint. On this side of the bed, I have lots of tomatoes. They're not ready yet. They always look very jungly and overgrown, but they're there. That's where I planted peas. Nothing came up, so I might put in scallions or something. There's some slightly overgrown scallions, so maybe I shouldn't bother. And lots of eggplant. I'll show you, I've got a few on the way. So of course I have the purple eggplant. Over here, this one is cool. I think almost ready, a striped eggplant. And way over yonder, this is why I'm running the drip tape right now. This plant's kind of wilted, but I have white eggplant starting here. So cool. Over here, cucumbers. I forget what that spice is called with the purple flowers, but I should give you a close-up of the purple. So pretty. Composter, which I just emptied out. Lemongrass and a petunia. Some asparagus, which apparently next year I'll be able to pick it. It's kind of a 2-year process for getting it ready. Rhubarb, which I've picked a lot of rhubarb. So if you need rhubarb, I've got a lot in the freezer, and I don't use much. Peppers, you know, basically banana peppers beyond that. Here I have Brussels sprouts and kale, mixed with some marigolds. Beyond that, some broccoli. Beyond that, a space where, I forget what I planted there, but it didn't come up. And then Swiss chard carrots and onions. Lots of beans. And getting closer, I have some cauliflower and more beans. And another whiskey barrel just full of petunias. It's along the street, so why not? This here is the new bed. I put the drip tape down. I was able to get enough hay, basically from cutting grass I let overgrow around the compost pile. And you know, the drip tape, it's slow stuff. You know, right here you can kind of see, it just takes a while. But that's its charm. Instead of coming out quickly, it goes really slowly and it all gets absorbed. I mean, I'm going to be running this for a few hours yet. So I'm impressed with the drip tape. Nothing too exciting going on the back side of the house. Okay, do I admit I just kind of let this bed go this year? What I'm kind of thinking, because it's shaded most of the day, next year I need to put in some drip tape or soaker hose or something, and maybe do, I don't know, impatiens or something. Anyway, that little doohickey has been amazing for watering the place. The two beds close to the house I water by hand this year, but I'm thinking I need to put in soaker hose and water them more automatically. I'm going to dig out this summer yet this grass here out till you can kind of see the cinder blocks where the hose is. I'm going to clean that mess up and make the border of the bed be that, and I have to get rid of the grass growing between each cinder block, but you know, that won't be that hard. My mother planted this bed a year or two ago. You can see her hollyhocks are growing much better than the ones that I have, and it looks good. I need to do a better job weeding, but not bad. I want to clean it up a little, you know, get some of that overgrown grass in the edge out, and you know, just kind of square it up to match the one on the other side once I get that done. Thought this tree had died last year, but it's been so wet this year, it's actually doing really well, so I'm happy. The volunteer tree, of course, is doing very well. So, yeah, I'll have 2 trees here someday. Front beds, I have squash planted. One really tiny one, I don't know if it's just bad nutrition there or what. Nothing growing real great in this bed. I put, you know, mineral dust and fertilizer in the soil, but I don't think it was enough. My mother last year decided I needed blueberries, but you know, they made a couple of berries, but they were kind of pathetic. And I put soaker hose to water it all. The chives are doing well. Chives have spread from one plant I had. I have more peppers here, beets, more squash, and then some irises at the end. So that's basically my garden. I'm learning. I am finding that it's a lot of work, but you know, putting in the soaker hose and the drip tape has really helped with the watering a lot, and getting that extra bed dug. Yeah, I hear you with your big noisy car. Yeehaw! But anyway, getting all that made dug is working out pretty well, and you know, this year I'll probably put like radishes or some, you know, just some fall crops in it. But my plan for it, put in flowers. Next 2 years maybe I'll probably just put in, you know, row type flowers, very controllable flowers, so I have the chance to pull weeds and such. And then maybe I have this dream of putting in wildflowers, because you know, someday the city might actually put a sidewalk along the street here, and it would be kind of nice to have wildflowers right along the street rather than vegetables. So you know, we'll see. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this tour of the garden. We'll see you later. Bye-bye.